Hi guys, hi there, how are all of you? I hope you all are fine. Well, my name is Yousaf and I'm back. And I'm back on Yousaf Reacts. Well guys, today I'm back again with a very interesting movie review that is going to be there for you people. The movie review that I have for you guys, it's going to be a blast from the past. And whenever I use this particular term up, that's going to be a blast from the past, you guys need to understand that this movie is going to be something that literally, I would say, had a lot of things to offer. A different side of the picture if you have a look at it, because today the movie that we're going to be talking about is going to be touching the element of horror, it's going to be telling the element of fantasy, and it's going to be telling or giving us the element of suspense that's going to be there. Now the movie that I'm going to be talking about as far as today is going to be Constantine. Now this movie, if I talk about it, I literally would say this thing up that the emergence of the character of John Wick that we guys see now is all because of this particular movie. Over here we have the protagonist known as Keanu Reeves, again portraying the character of John, but the second name actually changed. Over there we have Vic and now we have Constantine. So John Constantine is that particular individual who sees unusual things that are there. And like, what are the things that we need to talk about over here? This movie covers up all the elements which talks about the supernatural things, like different kinds of possessions that tend to happen. This gifted guy is the one who actually does know and has a lot of knowledge and know-how of the particular things. He can literally take out that particular, thing, or that particular, that particular demon that has possessed the particular body of a particular human. So he actually plays a very big role in being able to take that thing out. So this is what it is like. So I hope it is literally giving you guys goosebumps, because I would say this thing up that really a lot to offer, a very big message that was there and intended to be conveyed with the help of this particular movie. We even have an appearance of Gabriel, the character, and even along with that we even have the appearance of Satan at the end of it, and how Satan actually craves for his soul. The reason being what, that he is that particular individual who has sent so many demons to hell, and Satan actually himself wishes that he comes and takes away his soul by himself because of that particular reason. Anyhow, now the story actually unfolds with this thing up. Yeah, but before we go on, I want you guys to do me a favor, guys. I want you guys to subscribe to the channel, and I want you guys to press the bell icon. I want you guys to like the videos. I want you to share them as much as you guys can, because you know it is something that is literally very crucial and very important. Anyhow guys, coming on back to the whole thing, what was the whole thing that is all about? So arrival in the start of the particular movie, we see this thing up that he's accompanied by a taxi guy, and that particular guy, I won't say a guy, he's I would say a kid who has reached his I would say this thing up in his mid-20s, that is there, a young kid who actually is very fascinated with the work of John and stuff. Anyhow, John actually does capture a particular demon, but he, whenever captures it, he turns this thing up that he comes to know that this demon is not the demon that actually was to be there in this part of the world. Means he actually knows and has an idea regarding it that this demon needs to remain where that demon is. Anyhow, this is how the things actually do tend to move along. Now the thing which is going on is what, that John actually gets that girl rid of that particular demon. After that particular thing, then eventually the thing which tends to happen is this, that John actually now moves on. But on the other way around, we see an arrival of a particular lady, and that is portrayed by Rachel Weisz. Now she's someone who actually sees dream, and her twin sister in that particular dream jumps from the top of a building and she commits suicide. Now the thing which tends to happen is what? The thing which tends to happen is this thing up that both these twin sisters actually shared the same kind of power that was there. They also could see things that unusual people couldn't. Now what does this sister do? She's actually a cop, but the thing she did was what, unlike her sister, she did not reveal that she could see that. Her sister actually wanted her to second this thing up, but she did not. And as a result, her sister had to go through a lot of pain, trauma. She had been taken to different kinds of psychiatrists. She had gone through different kinds of treatments, so that eventually this thing actually gets fade away, because she saw that she never wanted to be in that situation, so they never favored it up. So that's how the things actually were. But anyhow, coming back to John, now John actually is a bit amazed and surprised with how these creatures from hell are being able to come to this part, because literally and as per the law of the book that they state is this, that they should not be allowed to come to this part of the world, neither are people allowed to go from this part to that part of the world. So that's how the things actually were. Eventually the things actually move on. We come to see John doing again some exceptional things that are there. Then again with time we see this thing up, that John actually tends to meet Gabriel to find his answers. Now this is basically the twist of the film. Gabriel is always considered to be that particular figure who actually knows and is the one who portrays and sees how the things are actually moving along. But over here we see this thing up, that Gabriel herself or himself is the plotter here, and he actually plots this plan and he wants them to come to this part. Now the thing which starts to happen is what, that eventually the thing actually moves on. He figures out that the whole thing that is there is what, with the help of his friend, that this is actually a plot that is set because of the reason that they want the son of Satan to be coming into this part of the world, and for that particular thing he need to possess a particular body, and that body should be of a very good soul. So the thing which starts to happen is what, that again the thing that is there, that everything goes according to plan, and John Wick eventually at the end of it comes to know about it, and he comes to know that Gabriel is the real reason who's behind this conspiracy and who wants to unleash the son of the devil into this part. Anyhow, before the last moment when he knows that he's obviously gonna be going off, he does what, he commits again the suicide. Suicide was the particular reason that he knew that he's gonna go to hell. And yeah, there's one more very important reason. His lungs were completely finished because he used to smoke 30 cigarettes a day, and that's how the things were. Now the thing which starts to happen is this thing up, that he literally cuts his both his veins of both the hands. Actually the thing which starts to happen is this, that as she was going to stab and take out the demon from the from the stomach of that particular individual, the thing which happens is what, that eventually the Satan, he pops up. When Satan pops up, he is literally a small there was literally a 15-minute appearance of Satan, but it literally stole the show. So Satan eventually gets into a conversation with him. He says that you are here to obviously take my soul. Fine, perfect. But he says this thing up, that what about your son? Means there are certain rules and books that need to be followed up. And he even talks to him about Satan. The son of Satan, and even Gabriel. Satan literally doesn't believe him initially. He says that I'm here to collect your soul, let's go. Now the thing that is there is this, he says, okay, wait, see for yourself, and then if it is wrong, then obviously we'll go for that. Now the thing which starts to happen is this, that eventually Satan goes and he sees that his son is there in the body of that particular lady. So he actually picks him up by the neck, throws him back to hell, sees Gabriel, and eventually before Gabriel actually could attack Satan, again punishment of God comes, and Gabriel's wings, and Gabriel badly turned into a human now. Eventually the thing which happens is this, after that he goes back to John, and he says, now what, you want me to spare your life or stuff? He says, no, I don't want you to spare my life. I want you to do me a favor, that the girl who committed suicide, means the twin, I want you to release her from hell, because of the circumstances, she did it. The result, the thing which happens is this, that Saturn obviously spares her life off, and when Saturn actually spares her life, means the soul. Now John actually has done what? He has done the ultimate sacrifice that there. Now since John has done the ultimate sacrifice, so his sins are forgiven, and he eventually cannot now go to hell, and his soul cannot be taken away by, Saturn. As his soul is departing towards it, Saturn pulls his soul back and then presses his lungs and takes out all the particular charcoal that's actually present inside his lungs, so that this particular thing that he eventually recovers and lives. Because at the end of the day, Saturn clearly says that your soul is mine, I am gonna take it. It's no way that you are gonna go to heaven. And eventually then grants him another life that's there, and he is actually now left there. Then eventually at the end, actually the thing which we tend to see is this thing of that how things eventually tend to fold off. If you guys have not gone for this particular film, I would literally say that's a great blend of horror, a great blend of I would say this thing particular thing up fantasy, but again, yet again, the thing that is there is this, that it is literally gonna give you goosebumps and you're gonna enjoy yourself a lot. Anyhow, this is me, Yousaf, saying goodbye to you people, and before I go, I want you people to subscribe to the channel. I'll again say that you have to press the bell icon, you gotta like my videos, you gotta share them as much as you guys can. So this is me, Yousaf, saying goodbye to people. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Take care. Bye bye.